What's going on, ballers? It's Jack here, back for another edition of Talking Ball, discussing Kevin Knox, the swingman from Kentucky. Now, Kevin Knox averaged 15.5 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and so he profiles as an NBA wingman who can score, not much of a playmaker, but potentially has 20 point per game scoring potential. And now, for me, Kevin Knox is an enigma. Frankly, just an enigma, and I don't really know what he's going to turn into. So I decided, why not show the best and the worst of Kevin Knox? So here's the best. This is his best game of the season against West Virginia, and you see the perimeter shooting ability, using his size with that 6'9" height and 7-foot plus wingspan to shoot over defenders, and he has a smooth shot, especially when he's in rhythm, ready to shoot, and he has those hands up, ready to get his shot off. Now, in addition, when he wants to, he can finish through contact. Now, this was something Coach Calipari really tried to drill into him throughout the season, and it worked. In the beginning of the year, he was getting to the free throw line about 3 times per game, and by the end of the year, it was closer to 5. And so you see Knox become more aggressive, and that showed in his scoring average, which went up about 3 points per game from the beginning of the season, where it was closer to 14, to the end of the year where he was getting closer to 17. And that was because he attacked the basket like you see there. He's a very good athlete, not a great one. I compare his athleticism somewhere around Jason Tatum, where he can finish over guys and through guys, but he's not an elite level athlete compared to the other NBA guys he'll be playing with. Now, like I said, when he plays with aggression, he's a much better player, and that showed on both ends of the court, both on offense and on defense. Offensively, it manifested itself in him getting to the free throw line, where he did shoot 77% from the free throw line, indicating that he is a pretty good free throw shooter and something that it will carry over to the next level. But in addition, it showed on defense, where he battled for loose balls, got rebounds, and when he wanted to, boxed out his defender and was capable with his strength. And now you saw 2 plays right there where he attacked the big man Sagaba Konate, which shows his ability to have a fearlessness to his game. In addition, Kevin Knox, and this was something that Cody Wright pointed out with his video on his floaters, he is very adept at finishing over guys with that floater using his length. Because of that high release point, it's very difficult to block that shot, if at all. And he just gets it over to the defender, and he's able to do it off the dribble, coming from the 3-point line or coming off of pin downs from the basket. And it's a very nice wrinkle to his game that's going to make him just much more versatile scorer at the NBA level, where most guys come in, they can score at the basket or from the free throw line. Kevin Knox already has this floater game that's going to be a great benefit to him at the next level. Now, as I said earlier, Kevin Knox is a 77% free throw shooter, and why this is important is, one, while his 3-point shooting was in the low 30s, it does show that there is room for improvement there because he is such a good free throw shooter. Usually that's the stat that is more indicative of NBA 3-point shooting success. So he's a good free throw shooter, and that says to me he will be able to become a good NBA shooter. However, as we're about to get into here with the worst case scenario with Kevin Knox, I do think this is a guy who's going to need to spend some time at the G League. He's going to need to sharpen his skills, become more confident, and play with more aggression consistently. There's too many times in too many games where Knox just wasn't aggressive enough. Here you see a weak layup attempt against the shot blocker Konate, and again here you have to go up more aggressively against guys like that. Granted, there are less of them playing in the NBA now, that they're going to more of a spaced out game, but Knox can fall into the trap of allowing defenses to force him to his floater shot, where I know he's very adept at making them, but he needs to take it when he wants to take it, not when the defense forces him into it. And also, he just lost the ball on too many occasions where he needs to be more secure with the basketball and just play with more strength. Now, his shooting mechanics were inconsistent. He tended to miss to the right, far to the right, and here you see a little bit of an inconsistency with his shot mechanics where he kind of brings it to the left and then up. That wasn't the case all the time, and that's why it's an inconsistency, but it's something he's going to need to shore up to become a more sure-handed three-point shooter at the next level. Now, in addition here, we're going to take a look at his defense, which is something that, granted, in this tape, you're going to see plays where he didn't impact the offensive player, but he just needs to become more confident and more aggressive defensively. Aggressive is the key word with Kevin Knox. He just needs to become more confident, I think, on the court, but he loses his man far too often, as you see on these two plays off ball. And in addition, he doesn't really consistently fight for position underneath the basket, and that's going to be something he's going to need to address at the next level, where the players are just far stronger. But here you miss the point guard misses Admiral Schofield there on the backdoor cut. Schofield ends up settling for this three-point shot that, because of Kevin Knox's length, he's able to really get a nice contest on. And here you see Knox not getting the box out and being called for the foul. But in summary, I think Kevin Knox is a player who's going to go in the late lottery. Teams like the Clippers potentially could be a destination for Kevin Knox with their two selections there. Potentially Phoenix, and the team that I think really could take a look at him is Milwaukee, especially with Jabari Parker's impending free agency. But guys, let me know what you think about Kevin Knox. Where do you see his NBA potential falling? And what other prospects do you want to see me profile? And lastly, what did you think of this video? Where can I improve? Thanks guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.